we have the box for the basic DeathKnell figure. This is the regular Deathstroke, Justice League, blah, 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 blah. Very, very basic box, orange, black, DeathKnell. And you see Flashpoint right at the bottom there with their somewhat recognizable logo. Bringing the box around, the shoebox is just more of the same. It's not a very interesting box, but we're not really looking for an interesting box. So that's the box for DeathKnell. So let's get that out of here. We'll get that figure out in 1 second. So to start out, we got the basic version, the Justice League version here, which looks fantastic. When we get into a little bit more of it, I'll talk about all the little details, cool things about the base, cool things about the figure in general, but just an initial reaction. Wow, this guy is great. Most of the accessories are chilling on him, so it's not like I have extras. The only problem is that the glue here didn't hold together. I just haven't fixed it yet, and those are really hard to get in. But again, we'll get into that. But for the most part, wow, this guy is leagues better. Haha, get it? Leagues, ha, ha, laugh. This guy's leagues better than I thought he would be, which is saying something, because some of these figures have fallen apart on me. And by some, I mean the Flash. So I'm glad that they've gotten it together. So he's looking a little dizzy. So let's get him off the turntable and look a little closer at him. So before we talk about him, I want to talk about something really, really cool that I think more figures should do, but not all of them, because then it might, compromise the integrity of the display stand. So this display stand, if I can get it open, it's not going to open, is it? Is also the storage for like the hands. I can't get that way because, oh, there we go. Hand storage. Not every hand is in there right now because I've got some over here on standby. But the display stand is also storage. So what else he comes with is these two very impressive die-cast swords. They're awesome, and they just slide right into the back like so. Easy peasy. Then he comes with this nice little pistol, which has some action to it. Ooh. Now I'm threatening you. If you don't subscribe to me immediately, then you know the drill. So you better make sure it happens, or else, bud. But anyway, moving on. Let's take a close look at the figure himself. So you can see here, nice Deathstroke head, half orange with an eye, half black without an eye. It looks really good. I like this Deathstroke helmet. The back has nice weathering to it. You can see the neck material is different than the regular outfit material. And speaking of regular outfit material, most of this outfit is die-cast metal, which means be very careful because these straps, they come off really easily because this is really heavy on them. So the shoulders, the 5 panels in the shin armor is all die-cast that I'm aware of. I think this part is regular, molded. These are also molded, and they keep turning around. Moving down to the chest here, you can see that splash of orange really brings out a lot, and I believe this texture detail is different than the one that So-So is doing with theirs. I don't remember which one is more accurate. We got die-cast shoulder over here. Over here we have the other shoulder. The grenades are probably the hardest thing to get on. It's really tight, so be careful with that. You can see some nice pouches here, some straps going across that all look very nice. I feel like there's color missing from here, but I guess they don't want it to stand out. Bringing it down, we have the thigh armor, which again is die cast. I need to re-glue this back on because it fell off, but this is all die cast. So again, Be careful of these straps coming off, because it will, but you can see there, it looks really good. That orange really pops, and it's nice. And coming down to the shin, if it'll go down, shin armor and feet. I hope that this armor doesn't compromise the integrity of the shins at any point, because that would be really annoying. But so far, so good, it seems. So, if you let me bring it back up here, you can see that that is the entirety of his figurity. So, we can bring out some friends to compare him to, maybe even one that looks a little similar to him. So here's the two of them side by side, and you can really see from this angle the big-headed kind of high neckness of the Nightmare version compared to the other one. Is it something that you can fix? Definitely. Is it something I'm going to try to fix? Not right now. But they definitely look cool next to each other. If I told you they were the same character, you might have to take a second look before you realize that they are, even though they are the exact same armor. They just, there's something about that second color palette that really does not scream the same way. Also, I've just realized now that I put the sword on one way and then on the other way, they're different, so, but whatever. So here's the two Deathstrokes together. Which one do I prefer? Probably the regular Justice League version. I just like the classic look better. I don't hate this guy, especially when we're going to bring him out with the Nightmare lineup, and we'll see how that looks. But I definitely think they look good together, but they'll most likely look better apart, because that's where they will be. I'm not going to have them next to each other. That would be a little weird. Blah, 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 blah. So with that out of the way, let's bring out a couple other guys to take a look at. So pretty much the only guy I have to compare Deathstroke to is this Batman, because I don't have a Justice League Batman. Not Justice League. I do have, this is my Justice League. I don't have like a BVS Justice League, the regular suit Batman. So I'm just going to have to do tactical suit Justice League Batman. And Batman is tall compared to Deathstroke here. And it's funny because the base is actually, for Deathstroke is higher. So if I was to raise this up, and that's about them level, you can see that Batman is pretty tall compared to Deathstroke here, old Deathy here. The height difference definitely, if they're the same height, would definitely hurt. So I can see why people would go with the Soso Toys version. I went with this one because it was the only one available at the time. Will I upgrade? Probably not, unless it's available for a cheaper price. Blah, 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 blah. You know how it is. But yes, here is Deathstroke compared to Justice League Batman, in case you wanted to see those two together. Do I have anybody else to compare him to? I guess if you really, really want, since we don't have a Titans Deathstroke, you can put him next to Jason Todd here and see how they look together, since that technically makes sense in a grand scheme of things, since Deathstroke was with Jason Todd. Throw him out a window. Those are my two comparisons that I could possibly have for this guy. Let's see how he poses. So now that we have him off the stand, let's see how well he bends, and it'll probably be the same for the other one, so just be ready for that. So let's start with our normal life ending 360 degrees. Can look up that far, can look down that far. Let's see how. So shoulderless arm goes up that far. Shouldered arm goes slightly less. The arm goes up that far, actually, and back that far with no shoulder. I'm giving you the no shoulder review. That's exclusive to me. It goes up that far with shoulder. It goes back that far with shoulder. And the arm bends a crisp 90, even without shoulder. Leg spread a bit. Ooh, God. He got some moves. I feel like he got some spread to him. Leg goes up that far, doesn't go back at all. And we got a nice bend at the legs. So let's do a sweet out of here and move on to the next. So I gotta say, Flashpoint, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this guy. Other than the, the things falling off every now and then, or the shoulder falling off, that's something I can fix. These are all fixable things. The die cast really, it's a really good selling point. I'm very happy with this. Flashpoint did a good job. I kind of wish I picked up that Mara. I bet it would be pretty good. I wasn't impressed after the Flash being kind of iffy. The Joker was all right, but this guy definitely, it's definitely a step up. I don't know what else Flashpoint has done. I can't remember. I think they did a Tobey Maguire homophobic Spider-Man scene, Spider-Man. But this is definitely a good figure. If you're getting this one, feel free to let me know. If you're waiting for the So-So Toys one, also feel free to let me know. I definitely picked up this guy because he's right in front of me right now, and you're seeing it with your own 2 eyes, or 1 eye, or maybe you're blind and somebody is signing this to you right now. Not signing. How can you sign language a blind person? Maybe somebody's describing to you what's happening. Who knows? Blah blah blah, something. BB9E, say some words. Excellent as always, BB9E. That's why we keep you around. So if you like this video, please feel free to subscribe, because that would make me a very happy guy. And if you subscribe, please also like the video, because then that makes YouTube like me as much as I like me, and you should like me. And then that would be super cool. And if you do all that stuff, share it with everybody. Share it with your entire family. Share it with the family you don't even know about. Share it with your friends. Force it on your friends. Force these videos on everybody. I don't care who. Just make them watch it. Make them watch it. Make them like it. So make them subscribe to it. And with that out of the way, I've been me. You've been you. BB9E, despite not being very visible, is always here too. I will see you next time when we talk about the other guy.